Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Crescent.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here at Little Stroke Swim Academy in Waunakee, the new facility. New as in it's less than a year old. Can you believe that?
What I can't believe is that it doesn't look like a pool. When I was driving here for my first time, I was looking for some industrial looking...
Big cement building or something like that.
Yeah, it is not that at all. It actually looks, I don't know, like a home almost.
Yeah, it looks like it could fit in really nicely in a residential area. You know, it doesn't stick out or anything like that. It's a beautiful new building, and we're going to talk with Bill a little bit later and how his business has grown since he's started working with us. Well, I mean, even before then, to the point where he needed to build this new facility, and now he's already feeling like he's kind of outgrowing that.
That's a good problem to have.
I guess it's a good problem.
He must be doing something right.
He must be doing something right.
And his knack is getting little kids to learn how to swim.
And it's so cute. Kids at a certain age are just very well adjusted in the water. They don't have that sense of anxiety that the kids do as they get older. So
or as adults have.
Yeah, get your kids in the water early here at Little Stroke Swim Academy. We're also going to talk some chiropractic.
We are. Hey, we're out in Waunakee, and this is a chiropractic care facility that's in Waunakee. Heidi Schlappe, Dr. Heidi Schlappe will be with us. She and her husband own this practice, and we're going to learn a little bit more about what they do. I think they have more than chiropractic there.
They do. They have quite a bit to offer there. They do some personal training and some things like that. So
even yoga, I think.
Yes.
We're going to chat with her and find out.
It's a comprehensive program over there. We're also going to talk music with Beth Killey from the Madison Area Music Association, and she's going to be talking again about the Mama Awards that are on June 18th this year, Father's Day, by the way. So lots of good stuff. She's always a pleasure to talk to.
Pleasure to talk to. It's an event that's going to suit the whole family. We have youth performers as well as the seasoned performers that we all know and love.
So that's coming up after the break, so stick with us here on Wisconsin Family. Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here at Little Stroke Swim Academy in Waunakee and are going to be looking forward to speaking with the owner, Bill Teagham, who you may have seen a few times on our show later on in the program. So that'll be fun.
It is. It's fun to be here. I haven't been here before.
Yeah, brand new place, brand new facility. But first, we're going to talk music with our good friend Beth Killey from Madison Area Music Association. How are you, Beth?
I'm doing great.
Seems like we just saw you.
I know.
We've been seeing a lot of you.
We have this pool theme going on too. We were at Waunakee.
You're right about that. I didn't even
last time.
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And we recently just saw you do an interview with Ziggy Marley. How was that?
That was incredible. Yes.
Wasn't that cool?
You know, he is an amazing man and doing a really cool music project, revisiting some of his father's old tracks.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, I was really jazzed to have a chance to chat with him.
Well, let's talk mamas here a little bit.
Yeah.
What, for those of us who haven't seen some of your previous interviews, talk to us a little bit about what the Mama organization is all about.
Well, the MAMA stands for Madison Area Music Association. It is a nonprofit organization with mission of putting instruments in kids' hands and supporting music education. And we have our signature event coming up on June 18th in the Overture Center. It's the Madison's versions of the Grammys. It's the MAMA Awards show.
Let's talk a little bit about this show.
Yeah.
I guess, what can people expect in a broad sense?
Yes, well, it's kind of like the Grammys in that we have 8 performers in a variety of genres. We have award presentations recognizing people from anything from Rock Album of the Year to Jazz Performer of the Year. We'll also have some special award winners like Student and Teacher of the Year and Lifetime Achievement Awards. So all sorts of awards and wonderful performances.
Is this covering the state of Wisconsin or the Midwest?
Great question. Actually, it's really focused on the Madison area, kind of Dane County and a little bit out. Some of the bands, they kind of overlap into different areas, but if they perform mostly in the Madison area and have 50% of their band members in the Madison area, then they're eligible to register for the award show.
So there's very specific credentials that you have to meet to be a part of it.
To be a part of the voting process, but anyone can show up for the show.
Sure.
You can come from California if you want to. Come to the show.
And we hope you do.
Yes.
We hope you do if you're watching out in California. So obviously this is a music awards show, and it wouldn't be what music award show would be complete without having performances.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of the featured performers that you guys
Yes,
have.
we have 8 performers. We have anything from a youth violinist, Aurora Green, who won a competition earlier this year. She's an amazing player. We have Paul Filipowicz and his blues band, who's been inducted into the Chicago Blues Hall of Fame. He's kind of a Madison musical icon. We have Imaginary Watermelon, who is a 4 women kind of doing an acoustic rock thing that are just amazing. And we actually just added the Clyde Stubblefield All-Stars to the lineup.
Oh, that's cool.
They're going to be backing up up-and-coming hip-hop performer by the name of Protege the Pro. And so we lost Clyde earlier this year, and so many people know about him and his legacy, and so it's amazing that we can be adding this to the show at this stage in the game to really be honoring him and bringing just more recognition to all that he's done for the Madison music scene.
He played at one of the football games we covered at the East High School game, and I was just so impressed that he was there. And
yes.
So that was probably one of his more later appearances that he made.
Yeah.
It wasn't long after that. So.
Yep, and there's actually been a foundation set up to help students who are going on to study music called the Clyde Stubblefield Foundation, and there might be a little surprise award going out that night.
Okay, all right. Well, we like
Boy,
surprises.
I bet that really speaks to your heart because
Yes.
anything to encourage kids to get involved with music.
Yes, yes.
And that's one thing I love about all the awards and even the performers that you have is it really runs the gamut in terms of youth to
Yes.
those that have been around and are well recognized
Yep.
in the industry.
Yes.
How cool is that? Well, as Justin was saying, it wouldn't be an award show if it didn't have a red carpet.
Yes.
And you have one.
Yes, we have an actual red carpet that will be in the lobby of the Capitol Theater of the Overture, and we strongly encourage people to get involved in that. It starts at 5 o'clock. The show starts at 7, but the nice thing about coming to the red carpet is there are interviews going on. There's a backdrop. You can get your picture taken with the big bright lights, and professional photographers are going to be wandering around through the lobby, and it's just, you feel like you're part of something really glamorous and special.
So if you have that sort of paparazzi photo taken,
Yes.
How do you get a copy of that?
Oh, well, we'll have all the photos posted shortly after the show up on our social media sites, themamas.org, and the Facebook page for the Mamas as well.
Wow.
That is very cool.
Yes.
Sounds fun.
So we've got about a minute left, but I want to make sure that people know how they can get tickets. But more importantly, what should we wear?
Yes. All right. Well, the tickets thing is easy. You go to the Overture Center box office either online or in person, or you can come the day of the show, but we strongly encourage people to come early because there's another show going on in Overture Hall that night.
Sure.
So if people can come closer to 5, they'll be more likely to get a ticket the day of.
Yeah.
But what to wear, I mean, it's kind of crazy because we're a group of musicians, so it can be anything from somebody showing up in a leather jacket and their ripped jeans with their hair all spiked up to, people in their formal gowns with sequins and their hair all done up. So you would not be out of place if you came all rock star glamorous.
We should rock it out, Justin.
We should. Let's
Yes.
go.
I'm down for that.
Excellent.
Well, Beth Killey from Madison Area Music Association, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having
It's always
me.
a pleasure talking with you.
Likewise.
June 18th is the date. Get your tickets if you haven't already. And we'll be right back with more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Justin and I took a little trip out to Wanakee, and we are at Little Stroke Swim Academy. What a pleasure to be here, too. This is my first time, and I'm looking forward to meeting with the owner later, Bill Teagham.
Yep, it's our first time filming here too. So,
Yeah. Fun to see where all the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens.
Right now we're meeting with Dr. Heidi Schlappe. She's with Main Street Chiropractic in Wanakee. Heck, as long as we're in Wanakee.
Yeah,
right?
might as well.
Thanks for joining us today,
Yeah,
Heidi.
you bet. Thanks for having me.
So you've been at your office now for 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's right.
How's it going?
Things are going great. I know we were saying it still feels to me like a new office. But yeah, 2.5 years in, and it's going really well. We're really happy.
Great to hear
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And you had mentioned before that you grew up in Wanakee. We had been talking
Yeah.
about that before, and that you'd practiced for a while down in Illinois, I think. And now you're kind of, in a sense, coming back home.
Yeah, very much.
So what's that like to come back and practice in your hometown?
It's wonderful. I mean, 10 years ago, had you said you're going to have this practice back in your hometown on Main Street, I would have laughed at you. But it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing because, yeah, both my husband and I grew up in Wanakee, graduated from Wanakee High School. So, yeah, it's very much a homecoming. It's been great.
So when you say laughed, were you laughing because you think that couldn't happen or because that wouldn't happen?
Well, yeah.
Or both?
Both, yeah. You kind of think, everyone thinks they want to go do their own thing, and we
Sure.
did, and practiced in Illinois for a while, but
Yeah.
then you have children,
Yeah.
and you think, oh, Wanakee has amazing schools, and Madison has so much to offer, grandparents in the area. So yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been good. Really fortunate.
Good. So you and your husband Mark have this chiropractic office together.
Yeah.
Do you both practice the similar things? Do you do similar stuff?
Yeah, well, we're both chiropractors, but mainly Mark is working with a lot of disc patients, so people that develop, neck or lower back disc injuries or issues. So he does a lot of decompression therapy, laser therapy, working with disc patients. And we're both former athletes. Mark was a big hockey and football player in high school, and I played volleyball and soccer. And so we're both working a lot with the local athletes, which has been the best part of the practice. So that's kind of the only overlap. Otherwise, I do a lot with personal training and working with families, and we teach some yoga classes. So we're in the same office, but we're practicing quite differently.
And that's a good thing.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
It's-
to be able to offer that variety. And you guys take a lot of pride in being really patient focused.
We're very patient focused, and we take a lot of pride in being different. Very different. We are able to accommodate a lot of different needs, a lot of different types of people and genders and ages and all sorts of things. So yeah, we're really fortunate in that way. Very lucky.
Yeah, and there's so many different needs that are out there in terms of people who need those types of services, whether they just need a quick adjustment
Yeah.
or they need something that's more ongoing.
Yeah,
things like that.
absolutely. Yeah, especially with athletes. I know we sometimes catch some flack from other chiropractors in terms of how we treat, but we don't really believe a whole lot in one size fits all
Right.
and the quick, get in and get out.
Right.
We're kind of the opposite of that,
Yeah.
especially with athletes. You need, we were talking about Achilles tendon injuries and things. Athletes need a lot more soft tissue care, and
Yeah.
we're finding the more we work with athletes, the more we realize you need a lot more than just chiropractic.
And with those other modalities, I would think you're extending the life of whatever chiropractic care you're receiving, right?
Yeah,
Between
absolutely.
treatments.
Yeah, all the soft tissue and chiropractic adjustments that, one can't work without the other. Yeah, very, very synergistic. Yeah.
And you have such a comprehensive variety of services that you offer, including personal training.
Yeah,
which
we
I think
do.
is really neat. And you offer that right at your office. Is that just for your chiropractic patients, or is it for anybody?
That's how a lot of them start. We have, and really all of our personal training is purely on, we have a piece of equipment known as Power Plate.
Okay.
It's whole body vibration therapy, and the idea being anything you do on the plate, it's like 6 times off the plate. So the research shows 10 minutes exercising on the plate is the equivalent of an hour off the plate. So our
Wow.
patients are doing, planks and push-ups and sit-ups and squats, and they're in and out 15 minutes. It is.
Wow.
So yeah, a lot start as patients, but I would say that the large majority now are coming in, just for that.
That's appealing if you've got a busy schedule.
That sounds very efficient.
It's very efficient. I think we're going to see it more and more, and we are seeing it. A lot of local gyms in Madison and things now. There's getting to be more of it. It's pretty amazing because we're in that kind of life now, right? Like everything's got to happen quick.
Yeah.
So we have that.
And you mentioned earlier laser therapy. Talk a little bit more about that. You've said how delighted you are and what a game
Yeah.
changer it can be literally for your athletes.
It really is, yeah, for our athletes, but honestly, we have a lot of elderly patients too that really can't tolerate a lot of manipulative type of treatments. We have a lot of arthritis and degenerative issues. It's amazing for that. So yeah, it's really broadened. We thought this is who we were going to use it for, and it's kind of turned into almost everybody. Can't use it for kids because it disrupts growth plates and things like that, but yeah, for our adult patients, it's been a total game changer in our
I think
practice.
we could probably have an entire show
Yeah.
on just that
I
topic.
know, I could probably just keep talking about it. I get so excited about it.
We have about 30 seconds left. Can
Sure.
you tell us really quickly what's on the horizon for Main Street Chiropractic?
Yeah, just I think a whole lot more of the same. We've been very blessed. We've really grown quickly. Our patient base has, really become amazing. Wanakee is about as supportive of a community as it gets. So I love being here at Little Strokes, and actually I went to high school with the owner here, Bill Teagum. Yeah, so it's neat seeing everybody's business grow. But yeah, just a lot more of the same, maybe adding in a lot more nutritional supplementation, again, just to kind of round it off for our patients.
Sounds
Absolutely.
great. Well, again, this is Heidi Schlappe from Main Street Chiropractic in Wanakee. And speaking of Bill Teagum, we'll be chatting with him soon, right after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day. Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at Little Strokes Swim Academy in Wanakee, and it's a little toasty in here, isn't it?
Actually, I'm thinking it feels okay.
Tropical.
Tropical.
It's very tropical. We're joined now by Bill Teagum, who is the owner of Little Strokes Swim Academy. Bill, thanks so much for having us here today.
Oh, I'm really happy that you guys made it out. It's cool.
Yeah, we've Bill, as we've mentioned before, was one of our first people to join Wisconsin Family, and we've kind of been with him on this journey to approaching this new facility that we're in today. So we're kind of excited to talk about some of those things. So I want to just kind of ask you. I'll hold on to this, maybe. You want this back? You want that back? Here, you can have it back.
We should introduce our guests.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Who's the one on your lap right now?
This is Sally. She's my little one. Not so little anymore. We're about almost 18 months now. Or 7. Wow. Oh my gosh, Mom's gonna. I don't know, 17 or 18. Anyway, we're close.
Well, we
And
met
this
her a couple
is,
times.
who is this? This is my daughter Lucy. She's my middle one.
Okay.
And her big sister is just finishing up her last day of kindergarten right now. So
Okay, fantastic.
Anyway, Lucy is now a 4K graduate, right, Lucy?
All right. Well, congratulations.
And the oldest one is Molly, right?
Molly, yeah.
So they all have to end with a Y? Is that
Oh,
with
sure.
some criteria?
Sure.
Yeah, and with the Y.
I didn't even pick up on that.
My boy ends with the Y.
So, Bill, talk to us a little bit about how you
Mine
got
too.
your start in teaching swimming.
Yeah, well, I've been a swimmer since I was probably about 11ish, so I got kind of a late start. But, swam all through high school and a couple years into college, and are you going to get down now? And she wants to go for a swim. That's what's happening. And anyway, after I graduated high school, during the summers, I was always coaching at the summer team in Wanakee, and or the year-round team, but I coached in the summers, and loved it. Always loved coaching. Loved working with the kids, and a couple of years into that, when I was 22, I opened up Little Strokes. We started at the hotels over there in DeForest. And we had like 16 kids our first session, and the very next session we had 80, and the third session we were hiring our first part-time employee.
Wow.
And after we kind of outgrew the hotels, we found the Madison Country Day School. We were there for several years before we opened this. We opened this place last August, and it's been great.
It's been a wild
Great.
ride.
Are you going to go?
You have
wanna-
two babies now. You have this place and
That's
then
right.
Sally.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
So almost 1 year at this place.
Right.
And I have to say, I was really surprised. I was looking for some big gray building with a pool in it, and it's not that at all. It's really, I don't know, home looking, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Thank
very
you.
attractive looking, and
Thank
it's
you.
got kind of a modern feel to it.
It doesn't
Yeah.
have a bedroom.
Very nice, very lovely.
Thank you.
Lucy,
What?
I bet you're a swimmer. Yes? Who's your teacher? Is it Daddy?
No.
No.
It's Mr. Jesse.
Mr. Jesse? Did I say it right? A shout out to Mr. Jesse.
Yeah.
What do you learn in swimming?
I learned backstroke, butterfly, side breathing.
What was the last one?
Side breathing.
Side breathing in front, the freestyle, front crawl.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you said backstroke, the butterfly. The butterfly, that sounds like a hard one. Is that a hard one?
It's dolphin kick. It's really fun.
It's
Dolphin
really fun. Yeah, it's really fun. She gets to do dolphin kick. You're a good dolphin kicker, aren't you, Lucy? Yeah.
Good for you. Good job.
So, speaking of instructors, and you said that you hired your first instructor pretty much right away because you got such a great response. Do you have any new instructors now?
Yeah, we have a couple really good ones. One kind of local kid, not a kid anymore. He's married. I shouldn't call him a kid, but Thor Jepson is from Stoughton, and was a very good swimmer all through high school. Now competes in triathlons and does pretty well. And he's amazing with the kids. I mean, it's always that's always the factor, right? You hire somebody and they're really good on paper. They have great swimming credentials, and they might have some things where they work with kids, but really the true test is when they're in the water, they're doing it, and my gosh, he is just wowing me in his training, and he really he's toward the end of his training now and going to be taking over for some classes. So Thor is awesome. And then my other one, Haley Kunovich, swam for 4 years for UW Stevens Point and was team captain her last 2 years, and was assistant team coach her 5th year. And now is in this area looking for a full-time job, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, come on over. And she's been amazing with the kids too, so I'm really excited with a couple of these new hires.
You know, it's one thing to be skilled as a swimmer, it's another thing to be able to teach the technique, but it's a whole nother thing to be great with the kids and create that relationship so young, right?
Yep.
Well, good for you. I'm so glad that you found some great people.
Yeah, absolutely. And signing up for the next season, is that coming up soon, or are we doing that now?
Yeah. Registration is really ongoing. We always prorate. So like if you sign up late for a session, we can always just squeeze you in, and you pay for the weeks that you're there. But the beginning sign up for summer 2 starts next Monday, June 12th, 13th, something like that. I don't know.
You expect summer to be super busy?
Summer's a little bit of a slow season for us. We'll be busy at home with all these sports these kids are doing and stuff like that. But we compete with outdoor pools and vacations and all sorts of things in the summer. So so it's a little bit of a slow time for us in the summer. We pick right back up again when school's back in session in the fall. So
okay, so people can sign up starting.
So there's plenty of spots, is what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. And you said that they can jump in any time?
Yeah.
Did I hear that right?
Yep. You don't have to sign up at the beginning of a session. If you're 5 weeks into the session, you're like, okay, we have some free time now. Let's do swimming on Tuesdays. We'll take you out in the middle of the session for sure. Yeah.
I mean, they can't literally jump in anytime. They've got to actually sign up first. But, okay. So, this is obviously huge in terms of you've been here for just under a year. You said just under or just over a year.
Just under a year.
Just
in
under
August,
a year.
it'll be a year. Yeah.
And so, what do you see on the horizon? I mean, are you gonna build another pool on the side here? You're gonna have 2 pools eventually? Is that
all the neighboring lots to this place are vacant. I'm very tempted to buy a neighboring lot.
Really?
We built this pool maybe a little bit too small. We filled it up right away, and which is a good problem.
Right.
I just really underestimated Wanakee and how Wanakee is just all for the kids completely. And so it would be nice. This pool. I'm sorry, honey. This pool is very much a lesson pool, as you can see. It's a small pool designed for lessons, and we do run a non-competitive swim team out of here. But it'd be nice to have a 25-yard pool where we could actually have a real swim team.
Right.
So that is on the horizon. I don't know when. Don't quote me on it, but yeah, someday we're going to be doing this.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Well, what a success story. What an awesome story that is to tell how you got started and where it's grown from there. So,
awesome.
Bill Teagham from Little Stroke Swim Academy, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thanks.
And thank you to all of our viewers for watching. That's all the time we have. We'll see you next time right here on Wisconsin Family.